Shalom, shalom. I'm Brother Karath. First and foremost, I'm going to give our honor, and praise, and glory to YAHAWAH, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors and blessings to the elders, the apostle of Great Millstone, the water Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, for the elders, the apostle on down, for waking me up to his wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding through the spirit, power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the true Akim, mean the brothers, the one pushing their truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth, wherever you might be, scattered abroad, who like the other nations, who bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom to the few YAHAWAH, please well, mean the sisters, the one to repent and come back to Yahweh Shem Yahshua these latter days. And shalom to little boys and girls who the Lord going to deliver also in these times to come too. With that, I'm going to say shalom. All right. Came across this post from the brother channel, GMS standing firm too. GMS standing firm too. All right. But as we can see, man, when they go into it, over there in Israel, they celebrating, you know, LBGTQ, man, you know, gay proud. All right. But, and they take this rainbow, this token, this sign, what the Lord made a covenant with Noah and the sons and for the creation on the earth, that this is a representation that he wasn't going to flood the earth with water no more. Because this time it's going to be with fire. But you see how they take the tokens, the signs, the things with Yahweh by Shemal Shai established for signs and things like that within the earth, and they make it vain. All right. But I'm going to read it. Read this this post. It say pride rises at the lowest place on earth. Got the bow. This June, the Dead Sea become Proud Land, the biggest LGBTQ festival ever in the Middle East. It's 4 days of non-stop celebration, community, and connection. Israel celebrates its LGBTQ community bigger than ever. Lord, it's a large pride festival in the Middle East. All right. It's Israel set to make history in hosting the largest LGBTQ proud festival in the Middle East, right? And that's why all hell breaking loose over there, you know, on the devils, man. Because they going to took the land and they going to defile the land. You know, man, just abomination, all right? So yeah, man, then you know they man on man, woman on woman, you know, all that, man. The Lord is gonna destroy that. Anybody who follow in them footsteps, man, the Lord is gonna destroy them. They're gonna be deleted. But let's go read in Genesis chapter 9 what the rainbow was really created for. See, these devils take the things of Yahweh by Shemal Shai and use in blasphemy, man, using it in a worthless way, vain way. All right. It's Genesis chapter 9. I'm going to start from 8 and read on down. It say, and Yahweh spoke unto Noah. This after the flood, man. After they finna come up out, when they come up out the ark. All right. After the Lord had gonna flood it. It say, and Yahweh spoke unto Noah. Yeah, and Yahweh spoke unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, and now behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. All right, this covenant going to a promise. All right, with the Lord making with him. It's saying with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither should all flesh be cut off anymore by the water of a flood. Neither should there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And Yahweh said, this is the token, right? The sign of the covenant, the promise which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generation forever. Everlasting generation. All right, it say, I do set my bow in the cloud. That bow, what you see in the sky, that rainbow, right? This how you know Yahweh Bashem Yahshua real. Because when it do rain, what you see in the cloud appears sometimes, a rainbow. So when you see a rainbow in the cloud, Yahweh put that up there to give folks a remembrance. That's a token of sign, because the Lord did say, hey, they're gonna be signs in the heavens, man. in the skies. All right, to let you know what's going on throughout the earth and let you know what time we be in. Right. All right, but it said, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it should be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it should come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow should be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water should no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. All right, it say, and the bow should be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between YAHAWAH and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And YAHAWAH said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. All right. And there you go. This is the sign of the rainbow. It's representing a sign of promise between a YAHAWAH and man through the earth. All right. That he's not going to flood the earth with water no more. See, these devils take everything up. Like I said, they take everything up YAHAWAH by Shem Yahushua and they flip it to some kind of vain glory. All right. And this how you know. This just show you, man. These Edomite, these devils. All right. They don't believe in YAHAWAH by Shem Yahushua. They don't believe in the Lord. Now this right. Go to, I think, First Peter. Cause and that's why they all hell breaking loose, man. But the Lord, all this going on for Israel's sake, right? So-called Negro, Native American Indian, so-called Latino, Hispanic. All right, the Lord, they're gonna judge this place for the Israelites. This is Shalakim, 2 Peter and 3, 2 Peter chapter 3 and 1. It say, this second epistle, let her be beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. It is what the Lord doing to the elect, that you might be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior, Yahawashi. All right, that word Lord, capital L, the rest of the word lowercase, and that's represent Yahawashi. All right, it's a Lord and Savior. It's a knowing this first, that there should come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. And this is what they basically doing. Scoffing, mocking YAHAWAH by Shem Yahushua with the rainbow. Basically, it's saying, where is the promise of his coming, right? Because this is what a lot of you Israelites say too. All right, a lot of our people be saying this, like, where the promise is coming, man? All right? When we're out here teaching, they think these times will fall off, but they not. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they are willingly or ignorant, right? These folks desire to be unaware and not knowing, unknowledgeable of the things of YAHAWAH by Shem Yahushua, man. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? It's a knowing, okay, Shalaki. And knowing this first, Shalaki. Verse 4. It's saying, where is the promise of his coming? So like I'm jotting down the 5, my bad. It's saying, for this they willingly or ignorant, right, or known, unaware of that by the words of YAHAWAH, the heavens were of old, and the earth stood out of the waters and in the waters. It said, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, what we living in now, by the same word are kept and stored, reserved until fire against the day of judgment and prediction of godly men, right? Son's going to destruction, right? Which is Esau, Edom, he's be the son of prediction. But also 2/3 of you Israelites, you're going to be destroyed too. All right, going to destruction along with the Edomites. Because a lot of our people, they follow this step, right? They like man on man, woman on woman. They love this. All right, but the Lord is going to judge these people for this. Malachi with it 4:1, the day should come as it burn in the oven. And that's that fire what the Lord talking about, what we just read in 2 Peter chapter 3. All right. So these folks came and took the land and just polluted the land, man, defiled the land. And this show you that the Israelites is not in the true Israelites are not in the land yet. Because when the real true Israelites get in the land, it's not going to be none of this kind of behavior going on. All right? Everything going to be in order when YAHAWAH come back and return and establish righteousness on the earth. You're not going to see nobody walking around with no the rainbow flag and saying it represent GAY community, you know, LBGTQ, man. Which, the word GAY also going to happen, but these folks in a happy state of being with man and woman on woman, which the Lord against that. It's plenty of scriptures you can go into that. All right. But I'm gonna go grab some, because this is what the Lord got coming for these devils. That's why all hell breaking loose over there. They getting missed, getting blowed up, the place getting blowed up, because they ain't gonna do nothing but build up the temple, build up the kingdom for us when we get over there. All right. But go right here real quick. Let's see. This is Ezekiel chapter 36. It's a blessing for Israel. It say, also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say to the mountains of Israel. And this not literally talking about the physical mountain. This representation of the people, what I'm saying, who make up the land, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, right? The governing body, which gonna come into form through the elect, the hopeful elect, well, through the elect, that 144,000 gonna govern it, the earth. All right. But we all, as Israel, gonna get, we're gonna get the land as a whole. But like I say, 2/3 of our people, they got to be cut off and down this side. But all right, but this word for all Israel though, it say, also thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, you mountain of Israel, hear the words of the Lord, thus say the Lord. All right, like I say, that word Lord, there you go again, capital L, rest the lowercase, Lord, power, YAHAWAH power, right, YAHAWAH, because the enemy have said against you, represent joy. Even the ancient high places are ours and put in possessions. All right, so they say even the ancient high places are there. You see it. They gonna took the land, and they say that's their land. That's why they had that war going on with Palestine and with the Israelis over there, because they fighting over land which is ain't neither one of theirs. Now they at it with Iran, but we know all this gonna lead up to WW3, so the Lord can do what? Not what he said. He not gonna flood the earth no more. What he said, he gonna do it this time with fire, which gonna come in the form of the nuclear missiles. All right. That's why the Lord got everything stirring up with the nations. All right. It say, even they rejoicing. All right, that they gonna got the land, took the land. Even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus say the Lord, power YAHAWAH, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that you might be possession unto the residue of the heathens, and you are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in infamy of the people, right? A slanderer, an evil report, right? Which they do against the children of Israel, sons of Israel, the 12 tribes, so-called Negro, Native American Indians, so-called torn Hispanic, right? And especially with the truth going out. Therefore, you mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh. Thus say the Lord, YAHAWAH, to the mountains and to the hills and to the rivers and to the valleys and to the desolate waste and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey in derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about, right? All right, a spoil or a robbery. You can say, therefore, thus say the Lord, power, YAHAWAH, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathens, and against all Idumeum, and these are the Edomites, the WHITE/RED, red man, all right, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their mind, with heart, with the spiteful minds to cash it out for a prey, right? With a despiteful mind, man, or pushing aside contempt, all right, and cash it out for a prey. And you have that what it Balfour Declaration in 1972 during the time with World War One, 1972, right during time like World War One, when they would start established with with Israel, the land with them over there, making a support for the Jewish people. I mean, for the Jewish people. You know, then 1948, they set up shop all the way. You know, they cashed it out for they cashed it out for a prey. Matter of fact, damn, I just had it. Shalakia. Here you go. Let me click on it. All right. This that cash it out for a prey. It's the Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued. It's by the British government in 1917 during the First World War, announcing its support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people. Right, the Jewish people. Those are the with the curl, with the black hats, with the suits, which are the FAKE. All right. It's in Palestine. It's then in Ottoman region with a small minority Jewish population. All right. And you go into it, and this one of the I think the Rothschilds had wrote that, came up with that. Damn, yeah, let me one or two. All right, it's the Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1972 during the First World War, announcing its support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people. Because you say with us teaching how we teaching, breaking out their truth, man, they'll try to knock videos down, but it's only for edification, But saying national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, it's then in Ottoman region with a small minority Jewish population. It say the declaration was contained in a letter dated the 2nd of November 1917 from Arthur Balfour and the British Foreign Secretary to Lord Rothschild. To Lord Rothschild. It's a leader of the British Jewish community for transmission to the Zionist Federation of Great Britain and Ireland. The text of the declaration was published in press on November 9th, 1978. Then you got 1948. The 1948ers, they came in and just completely just set up shop and said, hey, they the Lord chosen people. But the Lord said when his chosen people get in the land, there ain't going to be no more war. Everything going to be at peace when we get in the land. The streets going to be painted gold. The buildings, the houses going to be built up with precious stones. That ain't happened yet. Then you don't even have all the tribes going to be there. Not just the ones say they Judah. all the other rest of the tribes going to be there too. But continue on. Ezekiel 36. It said, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus say the Lord, behold, I have spoken in my run it back. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, saying, unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus say the Lord powerful, YAHAWAH, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy, in my fearing anger, because you have borne the shame of the heathens. Therefore, thus say the Lord, power YAHAWAH, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they should bear their shame. And the Lord doing that now. They bearing their shame. Right? They going through it now. They gonna see that all that misled information they put out to the world. saying they the Lord chosen people, and look what kind of hell we catching hell, because we up on the curses too. But the Lord flipping the curses on them. Now look at them, they catching hell, they going through it. They going through that shame, but they also gonna go through it when they get in the kingdom though. Right? But they catching hell, they placing and blow it up. I'm sure they over there praying to they idol, God, power, Jesus, whatever they believe in over that way. The the help come intervene, does help them with the walls. But when the Lord do come intervene, he gonna take all of them. He gonna take them out. The other heathen nations shooting these missiles out. Everybody gonna get it. Russia, Iran, China, North Korea. The Lord gonna judge all them doing WW3 by what? The ways of the fire. What he said, hey, this is gonna be a sign with this rainbow. I'm not gonna flood it. 2 Peter 3 said, hey, he gonna burn it up. But and that's the point I want to make on that. Just to bring that out. I seen it. I came across it, so it was on the spirit for me to go into it, man, because like I say, these folks polluted the land. These folks, the councils of the earth, they just take the things of YAHAWAH and just fully use it for abomination and vain fame and glory, man. All right. But I'm gonna close out by saying Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahushua. With that, I'm saying Shalom, and I hope that we edifying.